Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack, and at the end of this month, there is an event that everybody anticipates every single year, and I especially get excited about, and that's my birthday. What? Did you expect me to talk about the 2022 Lunar New Year event? What, that event that goes on every single year in Overwatch and in real life? No, it's my birthday. Can we care about my birthday for a second, please? So while the in real life Lunar event takes place on February 1st, my birthday also takes place on the 31st, if anybody cares about that, but that also means the 2022 Lunar New Year event, the Year of the Tiger event specifically for Overwatch, is scheduled to come out in a couple of weeks. And in my personal opinion, I feel like the Lunar event in Overwatch is one of the most underrated events that the game has ever seen. Maybe it's because in recent events there really hasn't been anything too exciting that has taken place in these specific events, but I remember back at the beginning when Capture the Flag was a brand new game mode introduced, when there was like 4 game modes, and then the following year competitive CTF was brought into Overwatch, and then on top of that there were even maps dedicated for CTF. Like, the Lunar event has honestly brought so much more content than just the typical skins and highlight intros. But can we expect anything more than just of that from this year's Lunar event? Well, I mean, like, come on now. This is the Overwatch team that we're talking about. We can't get too greedy when we ask for things that would be beneficial for Overwatch, and that would also be more fun. Come on now. All jokes aside though, I do have a few ideas I'd love to see come to the Year of the Tiger event specifically that I think would be great additions to Overwatch that would help tide us over until Overwatch 2 comes out, which is gonna be God knows when. Like, stop asking me. I don't work for Blizzard, bro. But first, when can we expect the Year of the Tiger event? This is always sporadic. It's usually always like either a week to 2 weeks before the actual celebration in real life. And if you look at the Lunar event on the Western calendar, it's always just changing dates. It's never on the same date because, well, that's the whole point of the Lunar event, is that on the eastern part of the world, they use a totally different calendar than what we use here in the States. And this year, like I mentioned before, it is on February 1st. So I really wouldn't be surprised if they were to drop the Year of the Tiger event on January 25th. Now, that really isn't based on anything because you can never predict this event, but I'm mainly hopeful that it does come out on that day because that leaves just enough time for a 2-week mini event like a skin challenge. We haven't had a skin challenge ever since the Cole Cassidy event, and that was so if they want to maximize content and really just timing wise and not have anything not come out for 2 weeks, I think dropping a skin challenge for maybe like Farah, who recently was just featured in the Cole Cassidy comic and a hero that is beloved by many but hasn't had a skin challenge, I think would be a perfect addition for the skin challenge lineup. And again, this isn't based on anything, like I don't have insider information of a possible skin challenge coming out tomorrow, but I think that would be smart, especially if they don't have any kind of content lined up for January. And if they don't, then I also wouldn't be surprised if the Lunar event were to drop on January 20th. Recently with the Winter event, they dropped it on a Thursday, and I don't know why they do this sometimes because it's always been on Tuesday, but if they drop it on Thursday, and especially if they don't have any content lined up, then don't be surprised. But now, what about the skins? This is another part of the Lunar event that makes these events extremely underrated because a lot of the people in the Western world don't really have an appreciation when it comes to the in real life inspirations based on a lot of these skins that we get from this event. Whether it's creatures or animals from Chinese folklore or even in real life generals, a lot of these skins fly under people's radar because, well, they don't know where it's from. But like, that's the whole point, is to celebrate, you know, Asian culture and the history behind it. But when it comes to the Year of the Tiger event, what can we expect this year? Well, you'd assume that a tiger skin would come out because it's the Year of the Tiger event. And funny enough, if you look back at the history of Overwatch events, I don't think they've ever released a skin that represents the year that is being celebrated. The Roadhog pig skin released during the Year of the Rooster. When the Year of the Rat event took place, there wasn't a Junkrat skin. And there was even a tiger skin released with Ash that was released last year during the Year of the Ox.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
So what can we expect from the Year of the Tiger event? I mean, I would love to see this Tiger Winston skin because, I mean, look at this. Like, look at how insane this skin is. I mean, whenever they make a Winston skin and transform him into a freaking animal, whether it's the Wukong skin from the very first Lunar event or the werewolf skin that he got from the Halloween event, people go crazy for it because, well, he's a talking scientist. He's not a monkey. Okay, he's a talking scientist. But while that Winston skin is sick, you know, this is the Lunar Event. This is the Chinese New Year celebration. What if we got another Mei skin? Like, I know we got 2 Chinese New Year Mei skins back in 2016, but that was in 2016. Half of you guys that are watching weren't even born in 2016. So how about we give the only Chinese hero in Overwatch another lunar skin? What could they do for the only Chinese hero? Well, my ideas are always put them in a red traditional dress, but then that's also her 2016 skin already. So unless they can find another great traditional dress to put Mei in, I'm not entirely sure what they could really do, but I do want to see another Mei skin because it's the Chinese New Year. If you're going to be biased for any hero, well, why not the hero whose origins is literally being celebrated for this whole entire event? All right, but now we're getting on to the good stuff. Let's talk about the game mode. All right, CTF, it's a game mode. It is definitely a game mode, but we can make it better. And just like how we can definitely make Mei Snowball Offensive better by adding competitive mode, which they still have not done, I want to add a new variation of CTF because the regular version, it kind of blows unless you're playing competitive mode. But what if we were to combine last event's game mode with this up and coming event's game mode? That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about the concept of freeze tag capture the flag, combining freeze tag thaw, whatever that game mode is from the winter event, and capture the flag from the year of the, well, technically rooster event, but then the year of, like, I think the pig event, combining the 2 game modes into one. In case you guys don't know, because a lot of people don't know, there was a 4th game mode added into the winter event, which was freeze tag. Basically, it was like a 4v4 game mode where you can pick any single hero, and whenever you got a kill, the enemy team was frozen in Mei's ice block, and the only way that you can quote-unquote unthaw them was to stand next to them for, I think it was like 3 seconds or something, and they were back into the game, and the only way that you can win is you get the enemy team, all 4 of them, frozen. Well, I want to take that same concept, except the main objective is to capture the enemy's flag. It kind of reminds me of that game that at least I used to play when I was a little kid, where it would be capture the flag, but if you were to get caught by the enemy team or like the enemy kids, you would have to stand there and I think count to 10. That same concept can be applied in competitive capture or just regular capture the flag, where if you get quote-unquote killed, you're stuck in Mei's ice block and you have to wait for like 5 to 10 seconds or whatnot to get unthawed. But if an enemy is near you, they just have to stand next to you for like half a second so that you can go to the flag. I figure you're making it so that you just have to tag your teammate to get them unthawed would make it so that it's not so boring to be stuck in an ice block, but in case your teammates forget about you, which is something that happened to me sometimes, you only have to wait like 5 or 10 seconds or however long, and you can go back to capturing the flag. I figured it add an extra layer of fun to capture the flag because, well, yeah, CTF can be fun, and competitive capture the flag is very aggravating, especially if they play a Roadhog, Lucio, and Symmetra, and Bastion, and Torbjorn, basically the hard meta of CTF. Then freeze thaw capture the flag could be really fun too, and it could also utilize Kanazaka as well. If you were to play on Kanazaka, I feel like that circular style map would be perfect for freeze thaw tag CTF capture the flag thing. I've kind of noticed that when it comes to the Overwatch team making quote-unquote new game modes, they're not making brand spanking new game modes. They're just making new iterations of already existing game modes that have already worked out in the past. You take Mei Snowball Offensive, you take Junkenstein's Revenge, you take CTF, you take Lucio Ball, and I think that's what we can kind of expect this year if we were to ever get a new iteration of CTF. But if we don't get a brand new game mode, we all can expect new skins, specifically 5 legendary skins and 3 epic skins, because that just seems to be the standard nowadays, 2 cosmetic items. And hopefully when Overwatch 2 comes out, we get new events, we get brand new cosmetic items, we get brand new game modes, we just get brand new content because, well, the events, they're still fun. I mean, when you're going into your 6th Lunar Event, it's like, yeah, CTF, we've played this back in 2017. Yay! But hey, remember, at the end of the day, it is free content, and unless you pay for loot boxes because you have a crippling addiction to cosmetic items, you don't have to spend a single dime on this update. But anyway, guys, let me know what you're most excited about for this year, the Tiger event. If it could be a new game mode, maybe a brand new map. Never mind. So I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. More Overwatch videos to come, and bye.